Hey, Waffle Gang, I do hope you are well. My name is Mark, and today we're checking out some more Celestial Matterbutt Ho! And if you do love a Reddit story, why not consider hitting a like, subscribe, maybe that notification bell too, and let's dive straight into today's first story. Now, today's story comes from Electronic Gas 5769, who asked, am I the asshole for uninviting my daughter to our Christmas gathering? Bear with me, I am immobile. I'm a mother of 4 children, 2 older sons and 2 younger daughters. All of them are adults and have moved out a long time ago. Have always been close with my daughter S, while P has always liked to have her in space, which I don't mind. They're both beautiful, talented young women that I thought I couldn't be more proud of. Rather Christmas early this year. First week of December, I was inviting everyone around for Christmas dinner, gift giving and the lot. When I phoned P yesterday to clarify a few things, she mentioned that she and her husband would not be coming. When I asked, she said that they're separated for now as he had cheated. I said that it was surely better to spend time with family if this was the case, and maybe she should come home for some time. She ummed and ahed, but then eventually told me she had an affair with Stinkbug, which I assume is S, and they had been seeing each other for the past 2 years. I felt sick. For the past 6 months in our talks, S has alluded that she'd been seeing someone and was typically a girl in love. I uninvited S to the Christmas gathering and blocked her. I don't know if I'm able to deal with her before Christmas, but this is family time, and family can't hurt each other like that. I'm at a loss in all honesty. P is now coming, which is good, because at this time she needs stability of people who love her, in my opinion. The problem is that S naturally thinks I'm in the wrong. It's none of my business, and as her mother, I can't block her or remove her from the family. My sister thinks I shouldn't get involved in their personal lives, which I think is BS. My daughter needs us right now. But then she tells me I have 2 daughters to think about, which I think isn't true. S has forfeited that right at the moment. Thankfully, my husband is liaising with S at the moment, but he is also in solidarity with me. So, are we in the wrong for uninviting a daughter for Christmas? Edits. My husband showed me that this had gotten a lot of responses. Too many for us to answer them all, but we will be reading through before bed. A small update. P's mother-in-law found out. While me and her spoken a few times, she did dote on P, and I know P got along well with her. Haven't spoken to her personally, but I know she phoned my daughter and was really supportive and crying. My sister said that if S isn't invited, then she isn't going either, which is fine by me. She wasn't invited in the first place due to the pandemic. Otherwise, I've been working and doing some crochet, so it's been quiet. And to me, it's just one of those situations where it's consequences of your own actions. You know, you betrayed your sister, and then you're complaining that you're not getting invited to the family gathering. I mean, what the hell? Imagine if she was to go to this Christmas gathering. The tension in that room, if they was to be in the same room. I know it wouldn't happen, but hypothetically, it just wouldn't be right. So I agree with Mum in this situation, but Cheerily Terrified says, not the arsehole. No, sleeping with her sister's husband is a really good reason to uninvite your daughter. This is a case where one has so massively wronged the other that staying neutral or not taking sides is taking a side. I've seen a few of these that go the other way and want the betrayed sister to suck it up and put their hurt feelings aside for the sake of the family. So good for you for not pulling that bullshit. The names made this a bit hard to follow though. Yeah, I was confused a bit. Pokemama says, not the arsehole, uninviting your daughter to one family event to support your other daughter who she violated is not wrong. You don't say that you are the zoning Stinkbutt. Just that Poopface is coming to your priority. If Stinkbutt had even a shred of reason, this will make sense to her. She knows what she did is wrong. Are we there yet? Says, not the arsehole. Your daughter made a horrible choice and will now have to live with the consequences. If you invite her and act like nothing is wrong, your daughter, who is getting divorced, will feel terrible and will not want to come. She is the one who needs emotional support right now. In the future, you can think about how to continue having a relationship with your other daughter, but at minimum, not being invited to family events where she will make her sister uncomfortable seems like a solid, natural consequence to her actions. Side note, can you please edit to change their name from Poopface and Stinkbutt? It makes it really hard to read. Good luck. And that must have been the issue. There must have been one Stinkbutt left in there. So it was the sister. And one more before the update from CDU says that not the arsehole. Stinkbutt's betrayal of her sister is completely unacceptable. Claiming she is being wronged for being uninvited to Christmas after what she has done shows she has taken no responsibility for her actions. This isn't about Stinkbutt's personal life. This is about her betrayal of family. Having an affair with your sister's husband is a very public problem, not a private problem. Poopface needs her family right now, and Stinkbutt's behavior means Poopface needs Stinkbutt to not be there. You're a bit of an arsehole for using poo-face instinct, but as your daughter's alias is there. Now, let's move on to the update to find out what happens next. So the update says, "Hello all, my Christmas gathering was yesterday and my son and husband wondered if I would post an update for you all. It's been rather uneventful, but I've been equally surrounded by warmth and love while also feeling heartbroken and lonely. So first of all, since my post, my husband has been teaching me to use Reddit. I've really enjoyed being in some craft communities. My daughter Penny has been staying with us. She works from home. My husband and eldest went to get some more of her stuff from our old house. Penny's mother-in-law, Jane, was there and was very helpful and sweet. She also bought some mint hot chocolate for our Penny and Christmas candles. I know they are her favorite. From what Penny has told me, Jane is having similar feelings to me. A lot of guilt over our children's decision to hurt people we love. I think at this point, we have to accept that we did our best raising them, but they are adults now, so we can't beat ourselves up. Penny and Jane are going to stay in touch. I think Jane truly does think of Penny as a daughter and friend. On to some more negative things. I wrote my letter to Sally during this time. I expressed that I was extremely disappointed and also disgusted. While I will continue to have a relationship with her, she won't be welcome to any family gatherings with Penny present unless Penny has met a point in her life where she feels comfortable. I told her what some of you had said, that not taking her side would be taking her side, and that she had for all intents and purposes already uninvited herself when she was so cruel to her sister. Sally had apparently come up Friday and knocked on the door. I was up shopping at the time. My husband spoke to her. Apparently, Sally and Michael, my son-in-law, are going to continue their relationship. I will not support it in any way or form. She may be my daughter, but that man is not welcome. I'm supporting Penny through the divorce, and if Sally ever expects money for the wedding or house, then she's a very naive girl. My husband sent her away, after which Sally said would have to get over it someday. Otherwise, the Christmas gathering was lovely. It was strange not getting drunk and playing board games due to COVID, but still a pleasant time. My head hurts from the cooking, and my husband and Penny did the cleaning up, so who's the real winner? I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you very much for your kind words when I last spoke to you. Wow, and the biggest shocker to me in that update is, Sally turning around and saying, you'll have to get over it someday. I can't see that happening. How about you guys? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's move on to another story. Come from Routine Junket 1040, who asks, "Am I the arsehole for selling my family home because my pregnant sister-in-law ate my dinner?" I know, shitty title, but I'm in a rush to get to work, so excuse my grammar. Also, I want to point out me and my brother have two different fathers. I, 19 female, lost my father last year due to cancer. He left me 90% of his stuff, including his family home, that was left to him by his dad. It's been in their family for over 100 years. My brother, 34, and my dad didn't have a relationship, but he did leave him 10K. My mum was pissed at the will reading, but since she got 10K, she couldn't do anything about it. For the past year, me and her live okay together. She went on acting like it was her house like before, which I had no problem with, till my brother and his girlfriend, 30, moved in without even asking me. They are messy, entitled, and rude. I told him in July that I want them out by September because they don't pay for anything, nor wash a dish. In August, they announced that they were pregnant, and my sister-in-law smugly said, "Guess we won't be moving out now." It didn't go down well, but when I told them I wanted them out, my mom and brother basically laughed in my face. Well, the past few months have been hell. They've become worse than before, and my mom enables it, then demands me to treat my sister-in-law like a princess because she's pregnant. I once had to wait outside McDonald's till they opened to get her a McMuffin. Well, here's where I may be the arsehole because my sister-in-law is pregnant. She eats everything she sees, like the cupcakes my friend made me for my birthday. She ate all 6, and I didn't even get to try them. I can't even make my lunch the night before because when I go to get it, it will be gone, and she'll have a smug look on her face while rubbing her belly, then laugh and say, "I couldn't help myself. Blame the baby." If I put stuff in my room, my mom will open the door with a spare key, so sister-in-law can go through my mini fridge. Well, a week ago, I was running late to college, and I didn't have time for my breakfast or to make lunch, and I had to go to work straight after. So all I had that day was a bar of chocolate, and when I got home, I was starving. I made myself dinner while it was cooling down. I wanted to use the bathroom. I must have been in there 10 minutes, at most, and by the time I came out, she had 70% of my dinner ate, and I literally lost my shit. Of course, she started crying, and my mom and brother started screaming at me for making her cry, making excuses like how she couldn't help it and it was my fault for leaving food around her. Well, I had enough. I told them to get out. Just like before, I got mocked. But here's the thing. Back in October, my uncle offered me a life-changing amount of money for the house. I called him up crying a few days ago, explaining the situation. He said he'd buy the house, but he would evict my mom and brother. They, of course, didn't take it too well, and I've had to stay with a friend. I've been receiving texts, and I'm being tagged in multiple posts on social media. I'm starting to think I'm the bad person now. So, am I the asshole for making my mom and brother homeless? It is. Wow. I expected a few comments, but wow. So, I'm on a break. I'll address some things. Some of your roasts are hilarious. I honestly deserve it for how bad my grammar is, but I was walking to work and declining call for my mom while making this post. I almost said fuck it and didn't post. If I sell the house to my uncle, I will lose 100K, but he's always been good to me, and it's one of those situations where I sleep better knowing it's gone to someone in my dad's family. My mom told me because of my age, I wouldn't be taken seriously if I tried to evict them. If I evict them and continue to live in the house along with the high financial costs, I don't think they'd ever let me live in peace. My mom has health issues, and my sister-in-law will have to move in with her parents. They won't allow my brother, so I'll be splitting up a young family in my mom's words. Guys, I'm actually crying. I've never been told before I'm proud of you, and the fact that I've seen a thread of comments telling me that means the absolute world to me. Edit 2. I plan to meet a lawyer and will update you all as soon as I have the news. Also, since people are curious, the house is worth 2.5 million. It's in the heart of London. Probably a 2-bedroom in. Wait, bit of British banter. Houses in London are just pricey for what you get. Absolutely insane. And I would say in this situation, do what you need to do. As long as you've sought all the legal advice and financial advice on this, then do what you need to do, because you're not being treated fairly by your own family in this situation, so you need to look after yourself. It's that simple to me in this. And again, as long as all the finances and the legal stuff is all covered and you're gravy there, I'd be happy to do that as well, because, as I said, they're treating you basically like shit. A deleted user says, not the asshole, they stomped all over you, man. They didn't treat you like family, so why should you treat them that way? You were fine, mate. Your uncle is the one evicting them, not you. Jareth47 says, not the asshole at all, and I'm very proud of you for standing up for yourself, to which OP replies saying, thank you so much. I might sound pathetic, but this made me smile. I've not heard the words proud of you my entire life. Wow, guys, I'm actually crying. You have no idea how much this means. My family doesn't believe in saying, I love you to each other. Network Confidential says, not the asshole, I'd sell the house, let them get evicted, and have a smug look on my face when they are out on the street. Family means nothing if they treat you like trash. Teacher of Nothing says, not the asshole. To be honest, you should have got on legal papers drawn to evict them and involve the courts, because it seriously seems like they were emotionally abusing you. And one more from Laura Jen, who says, not the asshole. I'm 8 months pregnant, so you can tell her from me that is not excusable. I love my food, especially at the moment, but being pregnant does not give you an excuse to steal food or act like an asshole. I would say that it's important she has housing sorted, as she's going to have a baby who needs shelter, but it doesn't have to be with you. I think it is 100% understandable you wouldn't want to live with someone so disrespectful and rude. Now, what would you do if you found yourself in OP's position? Would you be able to kick these people out with a clear conscience? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's move on to another story. This story comes from Melon342, who says, am I the asshole for telling my friend I didn't think the clothes she was packing were appropriate for a trip to meet my in-laws / her boyfriend's family? Before anybody in my husband's family gets married, they ask the grandparents for their approval / permission. If they say no, the marriage usually doesn't happen. The only time a no still led to a marriage was when my husband's parents married. Fitting into my husband's family was extremely difficult in the beginning, and the only reason I got a yes is because I was already pregnant by the time my husband introduced me to everyone. My friend is dating my husband's cousin and has been for longer than I've been with my husband. This trip was the first time she was meeting the family officially there. I was with her while she was packing, and I noticed she was packing revealing outfits and nothing more toned down. I tried to hint to her to pack some more of her conservative outfits and her nicer outfits too, because I know how some of my in-laws can be, and I know how much is riding on this trip for her. She wasn't getting my hints, and eventually she asked me what I thought of the dress she was packing, and I told her I didn't think the clothes she was packing were appropriate and that it wasn't going to win their approval, which is what she wants. She got angry at me for trying to dictate what she could wear and told me that since they said yes to me after I showed up already knocked up, they would definitely say yes to her. She ended up kicking me out, and things were extremely awkward between us during the flight there, since she was still angry at me. We are currently in the middle of the trip, which has been a disaster, but was I the arsehole for saying the clothes weren't appropriate? And we start off with the hit replacement who says not the arsehole. She went on this trip with a purpose to win them over, and she brought you into that. You are only doing your part as her friend. She seems to have missed the memo that the point of this trip was to win over the older folks. Our curiosity, how do they like her? Oki replies saying the grandfather said no on the first day, and her boyfriend's parents have been really frosty towards her. Some of the other relatives have been nicer though, so it's a mixed bag. Bry says not the arsehole, but for fuck's sake, who would want to be in a family like that? She should run fast and far. King of Darkness says if that man won't marry her just because some awful controlling old relatives say no, then she is better without him. So the only people in that family that have a working backbone are your in-laws. Honestly, I don't wish a friend of mine to be in that horrible family. You people do know that you don't actually need that permission, right? You can go new contact and be done with that old flaky asses. You're the arsehole because when you support an abuser, you are one. Magali said not the arsehole. I mean, she asked for your opinion. You gave it. You even kept it to yourself until she asked. European girl says, it depends a little bit on your time, but to be honest about it, were you harsh when telling her about the outfits? If yes, then everyone sucks you. If not the arsehole. You're trying to be helpful and the way she acted is awful. Playing the you were worse than me card. Really? And why username says you're the arsehole, not for telling her, but for endorsing this insane, controlling family culture and making it sound like it's normal. You're an accomplice at this point. And one more from a Lori comments who says not the arsehole. She asked for your opinion, you gave it, and now she's pissy because she didn't like that opinion. We all know who's the arsehole here. As an aside, it's really fucked up to let your grandparents decide who you'll marry. I don't think I'd be marrying anyone who took that seriously. And now I turn this one to you guys. What do you guys make of this one? How would you react if you was in that situation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. That, as always, a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart for getting involved in today's stories. Your love, support, and time always means the absolute world to me, and I just want you to know that. So thank you so much, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Much love. We got the hit us just fine. Legs, he stop, fizz, no can. Say, what's my he dove, ashva, faces, on my hills, eyes, my day, we got. I can smell the smoke from the bait guy on. Let's go. See the sun shining from the window. Okay. I know that's a day. It'll be a good day. Oh. Okay. I know that's a day. It'll be a good day. A, B, C, B, 1, 2, 3. Drink some.